guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Crystal, the Crystalline Priestess, and today I have a very exciting little reading for you guys. I thought we would look at who is currently thinking about you. So for some reason, I have not been able to get this topic out of my head all morning. I was not planning on filming a reading today. I was gonna just chill and do my own thing, but for some reason, I just can't stop thinking about it, and Spirit is just like, get down and do a reading. So I reckon that this might be a bit fun. So you can have anyone in mind. You can have, this could be about love, this could be friendships, work relationships, family relationships, put it wherever it fits. But we're just going to have a look at who can't stop thinking about you. Because I couldn't stop thinking about doing this reading. So there's someone that can't stop thinking about you. So first things first is obviously tarot does not dictate your life. So take what resonates, leave the rest, apply it where it fits. You know that you're in charge of whatever outcome you are looking for. Please don't let a tarot reading on YouTube tell you how to live your life. If something comes up in this that you don't like, or if this is about a person that maybe you're trying to move on from, then please turn it off if it doesn't feel like it's good for your healing. Just take what you need. Like I've said, I trust that you guys have the discernment to know when something is for you and when something is not. So I'm not going to keep blabbering on because I have a tendency to do that. My Lilith is in Gemini, and Lilith has just returned into Gemini as I'm filming this. So I'm like, oh, super duper activated right now. So you guys can do whatever it is that you need to do in order to pick one of your piles. I'll leave about a minute's meditation after this, and then I'll meet you in your reading. There's also going to be a channeled song from the person that's thinking about you, so there might be some extra messages in there for you. And let's just hop into it. Pile 1 is going to be this Amethyst. There we go. Pile 2 is going to be clear. Every time I try and say this clear quartz, I say queer quartz. My God. And then the last group 3, is this lovely big rose quartz that won't focus. You get the gist. So I will meet you guys in your reading. Bye. Hi pile 1, pile 2, pile 1, hi pile 1. If you chose this Amethyst, then this is the reading for you. So, I don't know if you can see it, we'll put it down there. So, I've pulled your Oracle cards, I've also pulled your Tarot cards. I haven't had a look at them yet. But first, and I just listened to your song, I actually wanted to tell you guys that as soon as I got up in your energy, my God, did I feel nervous. Like my heart, I honestly feel as though whoever it is that's thinking about you is feeling extremely they're really, they're excited to communicate with you right now through this reading, as well as they're extremely nervous. I feel as though you guys are not in communication, and that's pretty obvious with your first card that came out being Lost Love. and you also pulled the air element of communication. So, I mean, if you're not in no communication, then I believe you're probably in very minuscule communication. So yeah, the vibe I was getting was just really pretty like intense, and the fact that you chose the amethyst stone, I already feel as though you're quite psychically and intuitively connected to this person, and you know that you are, and I feel as though you might actually be dreaming of them, or they are dreaming about you. So you could actually be both dreaming about each other, but whoever this person is, I do believe that it is probably an ex, or it's just someone that something hasn't worked out with in the past. And the fact that lost love is coming up, this is telling me that it is a romantic partner, most likely. So you have lost love, surrender, healing, and release. And if you have a look at that card, it's just like, look at the way that moon, I feel as though the moon is illuminating the pain, and she's just allowing it all to seep and weep out of her. So whoever it is that's thinking about you, they have an awful lot of emotion when it comes to you. They have an awful lot of feelings. They have an awful lot of, I feel like because when a full moon comes up, and that's why it says release as well, a full moon is actually a perfect time for release. So I feel as though it's someone that is trying to release the pain that they have attached to you. Someone that is trying to let go, because obviously you've lost them, you've lost each other. And the card you actually had come out next to it, I pulled a couple of astrology cards just to get the vibe, is void of course, moon, missing. So there's another card of a moon, and I don't know if that's focusing, but it literally says missing down the bottom, and I'm being really called to the fact that it says that. I feel as though this person is seriously missing you. So if you're not in separation from somebody, then might not be the pile for you, because it's feeling very much so like this is the pile where it's probably an ex-partner, someone that you had a very hard time letting go of, and that has had a very hard time letting go of you. So I want you to, throughout the entirety of this reading, be really mindful, because I fully believe that if we have ended a relationship with someone, or if they've ended it with us, or if someone has been moved out of our lives, then it's for a purpose, it's for a reason. When I first got into tarot and tarot readings online and on YouTube, I found them because I was going through so much heartache and heartbreak over someone that I could barely function, and tarot helped so much. But at the same time, I feel like it could have been a little detrimental to my mental health with the amount of pick a card readings I did, trying to find out that other person's feelings about me. And I already knew what they were internally, you are, especially with this amethyst coming up, you are extremely connected, and you know that you are to the feelings of this person and to what is going on. And I feel as though when we have a deep soulful connection with someone, we have cords attached to them, and those cords are what keep us being attached to their thoughts and feelings. And sometimes we can even feel when they're thinking of us, or a song will come on the radio and you just know that was or at least for me, I would know that is a message from spirit saying yes, they're thinking of you too, sort of thing. So I really just want you to take this reading with a grain of salt and with a lot of mindfulness, because I feel as though there is a reason that you're separated from this person. Now, to continue on with the reading, you have air element communication. Right next to the card of thinking of you, I laugh when I flip these over. Come on, can we not? It was literally lost love and thinking of you. I was like, I'm literally doing a reading about who's thinking of you. Well, that's pretty obvious. So thinking of you, a loving thought, and serendipity. Once again, that's a confirmation that you are thinking of them at the same time as they are thinking of you. And they're thinking of communicating, they're thinking of wanting to reach out, they're thinking of how the hell can they? Because when we lose someone and we go through a period of feeling as though we just cannot reach out and connect, it's funny because it's like a part of us, when we used to love somebody, a part of us like you could connect with them and you could communicate them with ease, and it was so like fluid, and I feel as though just easy. Whereas once you go through that period of missing someone, that void of course moon, like the void of course moon, to what my understanding is so far, I'm only learning astrology, is, you know, it's a time where there's no action should be taken. It's like a time where the moon is almost void. Like that's what it's the void. It's that deep, dark emptiness. And it's strange because we go from knowing exactly what to say to someone to not knowing how the hell to communicate, how the hell to move forward, how the hell to reach out, anything like that. So the person that's thinking about you, they're thinking about you a lot. And, you know, like I said before, if you're not going through a separation with somebody, then I don't think that this is the pile for you, because this is very obvious to me. And even with the way when I got up in your energy, I started feeling nervous. And I started feeling like, oh, what is going on? So like this person, they want to communicate, and I feel as though they're excited to be able to communicate through this reading. Their higher self is anyway. But there's definitely some work that needs to be done on their part before I feel as though they could reach out. And at the same time, I want to be clear on this. This is a reading that is relevant for the time you watch it. It's relevant for right now. It's relevant for the energy that we're currently moving through. Things do change. So, you know, this person could feel differently in a few months' time. You could feel totally different in a few months' time. So just take that as well. This might be relevant for where they're at now, but in a few months' time, things may be different. So I reckon we should have a look at your tarot cards now. Under Lost Love, you have Justice. So Justice is Libra energy. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to get these to focus a bit more, because this camera's like sort of hard. There we go. So yeah, Justice is Libra energy, and Libra is the ruler of balance. See, like, it's also the 7th house, which the 7th house correlates to relationships. So, you know, that coming out underneath Lost Love does tell me that I feel as though this was a relationship, and it might have been a relationship that wasn't equally balanced, because I'm really just being drawn to this shadow side right down here. It's like the dark side. I feel as though the shadow side of your relationship definitely had reared its ugly head in the past. And this person is thinking about balancing the scales. They're thinking about, you know, what went wrong, how did I play a part in that? How did I create this circumstance as well? Because sometimes when we lose someone, it can be really easy in the beginning stages to focus primarily on the other person's mistakes. With Justice coming out, I feel as though this person is actually coming to the understanding that they have received maybe their justice, or, you know, they're receiving the knowledge that this happened for a reason, that it's a karmic balance, that things needed to come into balance, because I feel as though the scales were not even before. Like I said, with me being so drawn to the fact that this is the shadow side, I feel as though before this separation, there was so much shadow energy going on between you two that you might not have even been fully aware of. And I feel as though this is coming up now. You're both starting to realize this simultaneously. And I actually feel as though you might be really mirroring each other, especially with this Lost Love. You see the moon reflecting there? Like, it is so bright. I honestly feel with the, you know, I didn't even realize too, you've got the moon there, and then you have this big bright light here. So that feels to me as if like there is literally a big major illumination going on right now that is telling both of you exactly sort of what you needed to know, why things went wrong, why things didn't work out. And that can be painful, to be honest, because it can be really difficult to accept the mistakes that we've made. So I feel like this person is coming into an acceptance of why the scales had to be tipped into the other direction, because we cannot live our lives in that shadow self, in that dark side. You'll end up fucking crazy. So, you know, this is a good thing. I love the Justice card. I wanted to just say the Libra card. So there's definitely relationship vibes going on, as well as Libra could be a prominent energy in either one of your charts. But Libra, I mean, Justice coming out is always a good sign when it comes out in the upright. This is a karmic balance. It's something that needed to happen. It's also a major arcana card, and it's the number 11. So number 11 is a master number. It's an angel number. It's a number of, I feel as though, in particular with you guys, it's like that, and it's that recognition that this was a major relationship for you both. It was something that has pushed you both into the direction of where your soul needed to go. And whether that's comfortable or not is not really the point. It's to make you, sometimes growth is so painful and so traumatic, but at the same time, it can be exactly what we need to get us to where we need to go. I'm being reminded of my favorite quote, and I don't know if I've mentioned this in any other videos yet, but the first time I ever went through a breakup, my God, did I lose my shit. And I couldn't cope. And I remember watching Eat, Pray, Love, and there was a quote in it when she was walking through some ruins in Rome, and she said, "Ruin is the road to transformation." And that hit me really hard. I'm going to say it again. Ruin is the road to transformation. Seriously, it really is. As much as it sucks at the time, that's why transformation in the tarot is ruled by the Death card, because we have to die to the things that we can't keep holding on to. We have to die to the things that are not serving us. We have to die to the old ways of being in order to transform, and that can be extremely painful. So the next tarot card that you have under Void of Course Moon missing is the Six of Wands in reverse. So yeah, that's telling me that this is definitely someone who feels as though they missed their chance of success with you. I feel as though they might have been so focused on the recognition of others outside of themselves and outside of your relationship that it actually caused them to, I'm feeling what am I trying to say? I'm going to slow down, hold on. Drop the ball. That's what I just heard. Drop the ball. I feel as though they didn't realize that by focusing on everybody else and by focusing on their own success and by trying to be recognized in whatever it is that they were so focused on, they actually missed their opportunity and they missed their chance on connecting with you. And, you know, that's a really hard and tough pill to swallow. It feels as though that's what's caused their, it's coming out under the Void of Course Moon missing. Once again, I'm talking about that void, their realization that they focused on the wrong thing. They focused on their external material success, and they focused on the recognition of the people around them. For some reason, I'm getting work vibes. So somebody might have been a lot more focused on their job, on work, on getting further in their respective field than they were on focusing on the relationship between the two of you. And it feels as though that is what's really playing on them the most at the moment. They can't stop thinking about the fact that they dropped the ball because they were not focused on you enough, and they were so focused on everyone else around them and being recognized as someone that was successful and someone that was capable of doing their own thing and capable of creating their own abundance and their own, their own prosperity, that they forgot to take care of the little things in life, and that sort of has resulted in them, like I said, dropping the ball. So that's pretty intense, to be honest. And like I was saying with justice as well, like it is karmic justice to have this realization and to know that this person is having this realization. I'm actually pretty stoked to hear that, because, there's nothing harder than being so, I feel as though And this might not resonate with everybody, because please remember, this is a general reading for a general audience. So for some of you, this will be relevant, and for others, it might not be. But I feel as though you're actually the one that might have left this relationship. And I feel as though you are coming into your own sense of self now, and that's why that Justice card is coming up upright. And this other person is starting to realize why it is that this actually happened, and why it is that they can't stop thinking about you. Because I feel as though maybe this person in their past, they thought that they were going to be able to move on successfully and with ease, that they were going to be able to have other people and other things that would satisfy them and make them as happy as you did. But I feel as though they're coming to the realization that without you, they're actually really missing you. They're missing you a lot more than they thought that they would. And that is karmic justice and balance for you. But for this other person, it feels like it's a pretty rough time. And I asked, before I got into this reading, I asked that I was only able to find, hear any information that is needed to be known for you. I don't want to intrude, and I don't want to... tarot isn't for finding out the nitty-gritty things about other people. It's about learning, I feel like it's about, what am I trying to say? Understanding things from a perspective that can help heal us. It's not about trying to find out, what's going on with these people that wronged me and all this sort of stuff, which, we all have our times with that. I feel as though tarot can take you down a slippery slope at times. But the fact that this person's letting me know this feels as though they've actually come to a really, like with this Justice card coming out, they've come to a balance and a realized place, self-actualized and self-realized place within themselves enough to know that this is information that you need to hear. I feel as though their higher self wants you to know, and with that air element communication, I feel as though that's their higher self trying to say, even if this person isn't physically communicating with you, even if this person isn't actively going out of their way to talk with you in real life, this is what they're feeling and thinking. And I want to be very clear, if they're not communicating with you in real life, that says more than that says enough in itself. Sometimes we read so... we wait for somebody to reach out to us for so long, and we hope and we wish and we pray that they will, just so that we can get some closure or we can know what's going on. But the truth is, then lack of communication sometimes is exactly the message that we needed. That they are not in a place to come forward and be able to openly speak with you about what it is that is true for them. You're not able to have that open communication and that open conversation about it. And that's why tarot can come in really handy, because we can talk to their higher selves, and their higher self is always a lot more open to speaking than their human self. So underneath the air element communicating, we actually have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is literally the card of communicating. I also see it as the Arrows of Love card, because I think it's Dave Palmer, he calls it the if that's his name, David Palmer. He's an amazing astrologer, the Leo King. But he calls this the Arrows of Love, and essentially that coming out under communication tells me that they might actually be thinking of reaching out and communicating with you, because you see how all those wands are coming together. It feels as though it's it's a bright spark of passion, and it's an idea, and it's someone that just wants to charge hard and go forward into such a bright and exciting new way of expressing themselves. And I feel as though this person might be coming to a point where they're actually able to express themselves a little better than they were. And the fact that it's coming out under communication, like I said, I feel as though they might be coming to the place where they actually are able to communicate themselves. And I was just saying that the higher self is usually better with that. But this feels as though their physical human self might actually be coming to the same realization, which is extremely exciting, because I'm feeling as though you guys might not have spoken in a while. It might have been quite a long time. I'm noticing that you've got the 6 and the 7 here. Maybe it's been over 7 months, I feel and with this, oh, you have 6, 7, 8. So, you know, 6, 7, 8 months. It could even be longer, but I feel as though it's been at least that long since you guys have had open and honest communication. And this is what I feel as though is really on their mind. They are really thinking about communicating with you. I still feel as though they might not know quite how, but it's so on their mind. And I'm really noticing all the pink in this background. So it's like pink is obviously connected to the heart. It's connected to love. It's connected to the frequency of self-love as well. So I feel as though they might be coming to a realization within themselves that in order to heal themselves, they might need to reach out and speak to you and, you know, clear up this energy and clear up what's going on in the past between you both. Because with justice coming out, something was an injustice before, definitely, and, you know, you are having this balance now. And with these moons coming out, if you're watching this in real time, we're literally having the Aquarius full moon, like right now. I think it's tonight or tomorrow morning for me, because I'm in Australia. So, you know, if you're watching this in real time, then I feel as though this moon is like seriously illuminating a lot of people right now. It's a lot of, and Aquarius it's an air sign. It's a very highly intelligent, communicative, unexpected, unpredictable, all over the place sort of sign. So that could be what is bringing this up for you both. And like I said, with the moon energy, I think that you're both dreaming of each other. So underneath thinking of you, oh my god, you have the Ace of Wands. Look at that. Like, I seriously think you are both dreaming of each other. Look at that person. Their third eye is just fucking blowing up. Like, I seriously think that you've come into this reading thinking about somebody and wondering if they're thinking about you. And I would like to say that yes, they are, my friend. I was like, so this reading was not planned and I just had to sit down and do it. So I feel as though it's for your group. Like, this is incredible. Look at her. Like, her eyes are closed. She's just listening to the voices, I feel, in her head that are telling her, you know, this is what's going on, this is how you feel, this is what you need to do. She is so connected, and it's the Ace of Wands is such a beautiful card. It's a brand new beginning. It's the spark of life. Wands is talking about it literally like the spark of life, the zest of energy that gets us through our existence. Without Wands, we can't exist, because there's no passion, there's no excitement, there's no zest. You know, without passion and joy, well, I mean, passion can create joy, but passion can also create a lot of pain. So I feel with the Ace of Wands, this is a brand new beginning, and I think they might reach out to you, to be honest. It's someone that is just so passionate, I feel, about you and your energy. And see how they're both sort of pink? It's such a heartfelt, it's quite a high vibrational energy, to be honest. I feel like they've really come full circle, and it's someone that really does have an awful lot of passion and an awful lot of creativity and knowledge and just inner knowing, and they're extremely intuitive as well. And I feel as though that's why you guys picked the amethyst stone, because you know that you're extremely connected to this person. Physically in your past, but this feels like a real emotional, spiritual connection. So this, I don't want to put labels on anything. I don't honestly quite believe that much. I don't know. I find the twin flame thing to be really, really quite difficult, because I thought that I had a twin flame, and, you know, I think you might be, but at the same time, I think that can be a really toxic mindset to be in, because it allows us to let really toxic people continue to be a part of our lives. And if someone doesn't deserve to be in our lives, then they just flat out don't deserve to be in our lives. So I'm just going to pull a couple quick clarifying cards, because I only want to I wanted these readings to be about half an hour each, and you're at 25 minutes. So I do have a tendency to blabber. Well, it's not blabber, I suppose. Spirit just has a lot of messages to bring through me. So with Justice, you have the Page of Cups, which is another message of someone reaching out. Someone, like, it's like a playful energy. So this person might actually come towards you with a more playful energy, instead of coming towards you with so much heaviness. and so much, because there's a lot of heaviness that has gone on between you. I can really feel it with your cards that you have up here. But when we come to your tarot, it feels as though your person's trying to come forward with a less of a heavy vibe. And you just want one card at a time, sorry guys. So the next card that you had coming out, the Six of Wands in reverse, is actually the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So that's another example of the fact that they feel like they missed out on their fortune with you. Not physical, like money fortune. I feel as though you were their, you were their... I'm hearing the word luck. I don't know why luck. It's like I feel as though they've been extremely unlucky since they've lost you as a person, having you in their lives. So Eight of Wands, wow. With the Empress, oh my goodness. You are so beautiful to them. Like, the Empress is just, it is literally the card of fertility and just radiant abundance, divine feminine magic. So this person sees you as such a queen. Like, look at her crown. He sees you, this person sees you as just someone that is so vibrant and so strong. And I'm noticing all that red in the background there. And that is like, I feel as though you're so passionate and you're so just self-actualized and determined. And I'm noticing her purple dress, like I was saying with the whole intuitive thing. You're so connected to the spirit realm and to your own body and to your own knowing and your own sense of truth, that I feel as though they're really attracted to that. And with that Eight of Wands coming out as well, that's like serious attraction. So this person is so attracted to you. And the last card you have with the Ace of Wands is the King of Cups. So this is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. That could be relevant in somewhere in either of your charts. But yeah, it feels as though this is someone that just has such a deep emotional well of feelings for you. And with the Page and the King coming out, I feel as though they're going to come towards you as though they're a lot more playful and they're a lot more just silly than they truly are. Because there is a depth of emotion here that they're going to hide until it's the right moment in time. You know, Phoebe is one funny ass bitch. She is so, she's magic. She's pure magic, but she can be ditzy and she can just say the silliest of things. And I feel as though you get this person so worked up that they might even just come off as they're a bit like immature and silly. But the truth is there is a well of emotions there that are just waiting to like surface, and they're trying to sort of hold that in. So that is pretty interesting. Oh my goodness, I just like, now I'm coming to the end of the reading and I'm looking at your beautiful tarot cards. It's just like they have so much love for you. They really do. And like I was saying in the beginning, if you are not wanting to be with this person anymore, there's a reason for that. So this is literally just to get you understanding. I feel as though the Spirit wanted you to know this. They wanted you to know that this person feels like this about you. You might have been worrying, thinking for a long time that they don't care, that they don't give a shit, but the truth is they do. By the way, these are some channeled messages that I wrote a long time ago. So I'm just going to pull a couple of these. I'm going to pull 3, and then I'm going to go get an advice. Sorry guys, my camera stops filming after 30 minutes. It's annoying. So yeah, and then I'm going to get an advice card for you overall, because like I said, if this person is not in your life, it's probably for a reason. But Spirit just really wanted you to know that this is the truth of how they actually feel. Alright, one more. Who is thinking about them and how do they feel? I think we've established who's thinking about you. What do they want to say, Spirit? What do they want to say? Oh, shit. Dude, I'm not taking all them. I'm going to take one. See, this person's really chatty. Like, I feel as though they haven't spoken to you in so long, they just want to chat. Okay, so Bottom of the deck, that's a bit hectic. I want to start a family with you. That's that Empress card. Empress also, she rules over the divine feminine mother. So she is the mother. You might have had a family. You might actually have a bit of a tie when it comes to family. You might have children with this person, or you might have talked about, I feel as though you might have talked about having children with this person, because there's a lot of talk of communication and stuff in here. So that's what they wanted to say there. This person's kind of like, it's a little annoying because I hate this sort of situation. It's like, come on, couldn't you have just settled this shit in person and not like had to go through all this bullshit just to get to this point? So the first card you actually had out is, I don't know how to talk to you. And that's what we've been talking about this whole reading. They don't know how to talk to you. They used to, but it's come to a point now where they don't really quite know how to reach out. And that's why I feel like with that Page of Cups, they might say something a little silly. They might just drop, like, you know, just come out with something that's a little bit woo. Also, something I hadn't noticed was the fact that it's coming out of a cup. They could even like say something while they're drunk. You know, they might need to get a couple beers in them or have a couple wines before they can actually say something, and it might cause them to say something a little silly, especially with that Eight of Wands, because they're just going to be like, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to say what I need to say. So just be mindful of that. Next card you have is You Are My King. So take that as it resonates. Same goes like You Are My Queen, You Are My King. That's just the way that Spirit asked me to write it. So, you know, this could be how you feel about them, but this could also be how you used to. But this could also be essentially they really do value you. A king is someone that can really hold their own. You know, they're sitting on their throne, they're sort of making their own way in life. And that's what both of these cards, like, that's two people of sitting on their throne. You're both extremely powerful people, but there needs to be that balance in between where you know, one of you isn't trying to outshine the other. And that might even be what this Six of Wands is now. And I noticed the fact that that literally flipped itself upright when I moved these cards. So it's like, there will be success when you guys can both come to a equal and balanced playing field where one of you isn't feeling as though you're more successful, as though you're more like equipped, you're more whatever it is, put the ball where it fits in life than the other person. And the last card we have is I'm ready for something new, I want to go to the next level. So yeah, this person definitely wants to start something new with you. That's why you got that Ace of Wands underneath the thinking of you. They're really thinking about this, trying again, they're thinking of coming back, they're thinking of reaching out. I just want you to be really, really careful and really, really mindful of whether this person's actually good for you or not, because this is how they feel, but I don't know exactly how it is you feel. I feel as though you might feel like you're ready to move on, and you're sort of just checking up on this person and what they're going through and what they're thinking and feeling. So they're thinking a lot, they're feeling a lot, but I want you to be very mindful, because like I said, there is always a reason that we broke up with someone in the first place, and I feel like you are the person that probably ended this. And yeah, like I said, it's for a reason. So I'm just going to grab one advice card from both decks for you. So okay, Spirit, what is the advice you have for my pile ones, please, Spirit? What advice do you have regarding this person? Okay, so you have the Fool and the Six of Swords in reverse. So this is telling me that you definitely do need to take the road that feels as though it's going to be a lot easier sailing. So the fact that you have the Six of Swords coming out in reverse is saying that I feel as though by focusing too much on this person and focusing so much on how this other person feels, it actually may keep you feeling stuck for a little longer than you're supposed to. And you are supposed to have this brand new beginning. Whether it's with this person or somebody else, I feel like you need to focus on yourself first and foremost. It's extremely important that you don't allow this person to dictate and rule your life. You have your own, agenda, you have your own reason for being, you have your own sovereignty that you need to prioritize first and foremost. The Six of Swords is the card of packing up, moving on, and getting out. So with it coming out in reverse, it can be a couple of things. It can be saying, you know, you don't need to so much let go entirely. You just need to embrace a brand new beginning. So that's for some of you. But for others of you, that is saying that, you know, like I was saying, I think you probably are ready to release this person and go on your new beginning. It's just you're still checking up on the way they still feel about you. So that was pretty clear. And one more, please, Spirit. What is the advice you have for group 1? Woo! They really want to chuck 2 cards at me for you guys. Ooh, okay. Nine of Cups in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like this person is not your wish fulfillment. This person is not who you're supposed to plant your seeds with. It's not the person that you're supposed to, you know, I don't know if you're going to find your treasure with this person per se. I know that you are going to find your treasure. The fact that you've pulled the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups tells me, you know, the Ace of Pentacles is a brand new beginning in the earthly realm. It's gifted to us by Spirit and it's the luckiest card in the deck. The Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. It's actually having a dream come true. It's a wish coming true. And it might be more so a dream coming true for you to move on from this person and to leave them in the past and to leave this entire situation in the past, because I do feel like you are such a beautiful, vibrant, inspired, passionate, gorgeous person, and this person knows it, and it might be what's holding them to you, and they're like not allowing themselves to let you go because they know of the potential that you have. So it's really important that you stay focused on your own potential and that you stay focused on what it is that you want and need in this world and not what this other person wants and needs, because like I said, there is a reason that you guys broke up. And Libra coming out as your first card, justice, balance. You're having your justice by knowing the truth about how this person truly feels. So now it's up to you to decide where you want to plant your pentacle in order to bring your dreams into fruition. All right? So that is what I have for you, my beautiful pile wands. Let me know if this resonated down in the comments. I really, really, really would love to see or hear what is going on with you and whether this was, you know, helpful. Give this video a like, a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you want to book a personal reading with me, all the information is in, what am I doing this for? I think my legs hurt, is in the description box below. And yeah, subscribe to my channel and put on the bell notifications, I think, because that'll update you on when I upload another video. And there's going to be at least one a week, sometimes 2, like this week, because sometimes Spirit is just like, you need to talk. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and thank you for allowing me to read for you, and thank you to this person for allowing me to get the truth. So much love, guys. Bye. Hi, pal 2. Peace. So if you chose this clear quartz crystal, then this is your reading. We're just going to give up on focusing that. So I've pulled your oracle cards and your astrology cards already. I haven't had a look at your tarot cards yet. So first things first, I get a big water vibe energy with you guys. So I don't know if you are a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. You have those majorly in your chart, or this person that is thinking about you either has some major water placements, or they are just really emotional and they got a lot of feels about you. So I reckon to start off, what number is that? 8. You have the card of attachment. What does it say? Letting go, restriction, and fear. So the vibe I get from this person that's thinking about you is they actually think about you an awful lot, but the thing is, I feel as though they're intimidated by your energy. I feel as though this person can really, really feel your vibe, and your vibe feels like it's a little bit intense. It's a little bit like too much for them. Not in so much of a negative way, but just in a way that like you're so fucking like dreamy. And that's probably, hello Debbie, and that's probably what all that water energy is the fact that like it's just so easy to like dream and vibe about you. And like, yeah, even your song that you got, I was just really getting the vibe that you have so much just like soft watery energy, or one of you has so much soft watery energy for the other person. But with Saturn, oh sorry, I'll start with the next card and then we'll get on to Saturn. So the next card you had was water element, sensing. So this is, like I was saying, I feel like this person can sense your vibe, and your vibe is really intense. Not in a bad way at all, but you just like feel like you're a little bit much for them. They don't quite know how to bring themselves forward, and they don't quite know how to like actually connect with you, because it feels as though you're like an ocean and you're so deep and there's so much that they want to express, but they're sort of not really sure how. So this could be someone that you know already, but this could also be someone that is just sort of lurking in the background, because I was sort of getting that vibe while I was listening to your song that they might just not have quite come forward to you to actually like talk to you about how they're feeling. I feel as though they might be keeping it in a little bit with that attachment, like they're attached, like letting go, restriction, fear. They're a little bit afraid to actually speak to you about what it is that they are feeling, and you know, they're trying to let go of the way they feel about you, but it is so deep and it is so intense that they can't quite put a finger on why they even feel so much like that. They're just trying to wade through the waters, essentially. With Saturn coming out, truth, this is definitely a masculine energy. Saturn is, you know, in the zodiac, he's known as the father. He's the man that, well, not the man, but he's the one that will, like, you know, your rewards will come through hard work and effort. So, you know, maybe it is that this person needs to be honest with themselves about where they are being a little bit too fearful to come forward and actually express their truth, and Saturn is giving them the run for it, because you know, Saturn isn't going to make things easy for anybody. He's going to make you work hard in order to get what you want. And if it feels as though this person wants you, and this person has to really let go of a lot of their inhibitions and their struggles when it comes to actually wanting to connect with you and talk to you, because, you know, you might be someone that seems like intense, but that's because they're so, or it might even not be so much that you're intense, but their feelings for you are so intense. But they need to sort of come forth and know that they can express themselves without needing to, you know, just feels like they're a little bit, what's the word, like, I literally just heard pussy in my head, so I don't know, they might be being a pussy. The next card you have is peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. So like I was saying, it's their thoughts that are getting in the way and disturbing them. They're trying to find peace because they want to come forward and speak to you, but I feel as though they can't because they're too intimidated by your energy. And like, I don't feel like this is your fault. I feel like this is because they are in their own head. They're like, literally, I feel as though this card is trying to like illuminate something within them that says, come on, walk forward, stop being such a wimp. You can actually talk to this person without there being like, Saturn's also, you know, the ruler of restriction, so I feel as though, like, it's restricting, this person's restricting themselves in order to, like, hide and to not have to deal with it, not to have to face what you, face you and, like, come forward, but at the same time, it's not causing, like, it's causing disturbance within them, and they really need to find their peace with that. So, you know, that's a really interesting vibe that I'm getting. I'm also noticing the fact that this girl is nude, so I feel like they find you just really quite attractive, and that could be that intimidation. It could be why they don't really want to come forward, because they are sort of just like, oh, look at how good looking this person is, whether you're male or a female, take it where it fits. Yeah, they're like sort of feeling bound, and like, you know, they're wading through the darkness, wading through water, wading through a bunch of emotions that they're not quite sure how to process. So, let's have a look at your tarot cards and get a little further. Underneath attachment, you have the King of Pentacles. So yeah, that is that sort of masculine energy, and someone that is definitely very rooted and grounded in what it is that they want and know and like and enjoy. And yeah, I feel as though like they're really quite established. So This could definitely have something to do with someone from work, or someone that just, has a lot of physical abundance, material wealth. There, could be an older man, you never know. But yeah, it's just someone that like really, really has, I feel like I'm noticing so much of all that red. It's like this person is just like got so much desire for you, but I feel as though they're really trying to like keep it in, because the King of Pentacles is a really nurturing, really kind, really nice vibe. However, I do feel like it's someone who is so focused on the what they want. Like if they want something, they're gonna make it happen, because they are the king of getting what they want, getting the things that they need. And they might even be so focused on their needs that they're forgetting that other people come into the picture as well. So this person, I feel as though, is definitely someone that is very, very, very desiring of you. And I feel as though with like that Saturn masculine energy coming out again, this could, I don't want to say like this could be, it doesn't have to be so much a sexual like romantic desire. This could just be someone that is older than you, that really, really finds a lot of enjoyment out of you. And that sounds bad, but like enjoyment out of your energy, and that finds you to be really vital and really vibrant and beautiful, and just a really nice energy to have around. So apply this where you think that it fits. I'm sure that that there is somebody that are thinking of right now that you can attach this energy to, because the thing is, I'm getting two cards of like strong masculine energy. So I feel as though you should definitely take it and put it where it fits, because there's a couple of different like interpretations that you can get from that. But at the same time, from the beginning, I've really got like, and your song was very much like a love song. So I feel as though these groups might all be sort of like love related, but I'm trying to avoid it being just solely about that. So take it where it fits. The next card you have is water element sensing, and you get the sun. So you make this person extremely happy. You, like I was just saying, I feel like you're such a bright, vibrant and intense, beautiful energy. You could be a Leo, but you've just got like so much radiance about you. And I feel like you make people just so happy, and you make people feel so excited to be around your energy. And this person feels the same, and that's why they're really connected to you. But like I was saying before, they might be a little unsure about how to express themselves, because maybe they're not supposed to. I just heard the word forbidden, so take that where it fits. For some of you, that might be what this is. If it has something to do with work, this could be a boss or it just could be somebody that shouldn't want you, but they do, sort of thing. So yeah, it's just, this is such like a radiant, beautiful, beautiful, shining card, and it's coming out under sensing. So, like that is, I feel like how they feel. They really do sense your energy, and they really do sense your big, bright, beautiful and expansive vibe. And that's what draws them in so much, is they're like, the sun is radiant. It's like, we can't ignore it. When the sun is out, everybody wants to come out and greet it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you just have this energy that makes people want to be around you, and this person feels the same. But like I was saying earlier, it's like you're also a little bit much for them at times, because they just don't know how to be that themselves, and they feel like they might be a little bit shy. They might be a little bit just quiet, and they're not too sure how to express their truth, which is that you are gorgeous, that you're radiant, that you're fucking so high vibe. Like, you've got really high vibe energy, high vibrational. It's like that peace card coming out as well. It's a little bit like the sun too. Like, look at how bright and illuminated and beautiful and just big that energy is. Like, you've just got such a vibe, and I feel like you really do draw people in with that energy. So that's pretty cool. I feel as though you might, this could be relevant for one or two of you, but I feel as though some of you could be creative dancers, like actors, I'm really seeing like dancer vibes. Like someone could actually have like watched you on stage or watched you putting yourself out there or watched you just like on social media or something like that, and they've sort of just like formed this sort of obsession, little attraction thing for you. So that's just a random message there for someone. The card coming out under peace is the 9 of Pentacles. So that's another card of Pentacles. So, you know, this definitely could have something to do with business and work and all that sort of stuff. It could even be a family friend, I'm hearing, like someone that isn't probably supposed to be so attracted to you, but they kind of are. That sort of vibe. But yeah, so they see you as being someone that's extremely independent and someone that is really like, you know, you can hold your own. And like I was just saying, like you might be creative and a performer and they see you as just being so good at it and so like flowy within your own field that you're just like, you know, you're not too worried about everybody else. You've got your own shit going on, and that you might not even be interested so much in what they have to offer. Because, you know, with the King of Pentacles coming out as well, like this is someone that has so much in the material realm. They have a lot to give. They really can offer you something, but it feels as though you actually have a lot of your own stuff going on too. And so that's probably part of the thoughts that they find really difficult to deal with, because it did come out underneath peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. So like I feel as though they think about the fact that, well, there's not that much that I can offer this person because they've sort of got a lot going on for themselves. They are so beautiful and radiant and high vibe, and they've got so much going on, and they have abundance, and they're like, you know, this could even be that, you know, you're going to work for yourself, and this person, like I was saying with the, if it's something to do with a boss or work or something, they don't really want you to go because you make them so happy and you're such a good contribution to the team, or you're just such a good energy to have around. You make everyone feel really happy and excited and just good. So, yeah, am I getting anything else from this? You're also giving me witchy vibes looking at this too. Like, look at all those, all that neat, like, those herbs and stuff around you. So you might, like, be a little bit of a witch. You might be someone that just is really good at working with the elements and creating things that feel really nourishing and good, and people sort of know you for being, like, healthy and just really, like, on your game. I feel as though you're really like on your game, and maybe that's why people actually do feel, or this person feels intimidated by you, because you are so independent with your own shit, and like, you know, you eat what you want, you exercise and do what you want, you're not controlled by anyone else, you just go along your own path, and you're a bit of a lone wolf. And even the fact that that wolf's coming up, this could be another message as well, like you are a bit of a lone wolf. You only need you, yourself, your pentacle and your wolf. Like, you don't need everybody else to be there helping you out and like blah, 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 like all this stuff. Like, you just have such an independent energy about you, and that's probably why I was getting those intimidating vibes that from the beginning. Like, sometimes people are really intimidated by people that are really self-sufficient and really self-motivated and self-reliant, and that just really, really give a fuck about themselves, because it's not really something that we've grown up in our society to really appreciate. Like, and especially if you're a woman, a lot of the time we're taught that we should, you know, be the stay-at-home mums and cook and clean and all that sort of shit. And I know that's a little outdated, but at the same time, like, that is what the previous generation before, like, my age, which is, you know, I'm born in 1995, so our parents' age, if you're my age, sort of was still instilled with a lot of those beliefs. And the fact that you're so independent and so just like self-sufficient and high vibe in your own right is something that can definitely intimidate some people, especially older people, because they're not used to this level of like young, carefree, I'm going to do what I want and I'm going to be who I want to be and I don't give no shits energy, which is pretty damn cool. I really, really like your energy. You are one high five bitch or dude. Focus, please. Alright. So then your next card is, oh my god, I'm sitting on a tile floor and it hurts. Next card is, underneath Saturn, we have the 4 of Pentacles. So that's that attachment that came out at the beginning. I think I'm gonna focus. now it's going to be a bitch because I played with it. There we go. So that's that attachment that came out in the beginning. Like, this person is definitely attached to you. Like, look at the way they're holding on to that purse. Like, and once again, it's another card of Pentacles. So literally, you've got 3 Pentacle cards and 1 Major Arcana card, which is freaking interesting. So I do feel like this could be someone for work for sure. Or, you know, it could be someone from school. Someone that is just around you all the time. I feel like this person actually spends a lot of time in your energy, but they don't know how to like bring themselves out and just say like, hey, this is how I feel. And the fact that this came out underneath Saturn is like what I was saying before. Like they're so they're so holding on to the way they actually feel. They don't want to express the truth. They're holding on to it because they're like I said, they're not sure whether you're actually going to take them the way that they're hoping for. Like I think you have so much going on for yourself, and you're so attractive, and you're just so beautiful, and you're so connected and to yourself, that this person just really doesn't know how they can penetrate your walls and sort of like, because that's the thing as well, like this feels like you might be a little untouchable, like you feel untouchable to this person. They're just like, how the hell am I going to break down this person's walls and get in there and like show them how I feel and have it actually be worthwhile? Because like I said, it feels as though they think that you've got like everything and that you don't really need them. That's that sort of energy I'm getting. So I'm going to pull a clarifying card for each of these with my, there it goes, with my Friends Tarot. That sounds funny, with my Friends Tarot. It's the Tarot of Friends. So King of Pentacles, please Spirit, can you please clarify this King of Pentacles? We have the 8 of Wands in reverse. So yeah, that's like literally what I was saying, is it's like someone who just doesn't know how to tell you exactly how they feel. They're still holding back. It's like delayed energy. It's like, then see how when it's upright, that's like everybody's shit's left there. They've decided, oh, we're just going to run on out of here, get out of here quick. This is like, he doesn't know, or they don't know how to, and this is a card of communication as well. So it's like they don't really quite know how to communicate with you. Once again, like it's just very keeping to themselves instead of telling you how they feel, and it feels like it's it's stuck. And that's why 4 of Pentacles coming out as well, especially with that attachment. Like they're attached to the fact that they just don't know how to come forward. And I feel like a bit of a broken record there, because it's like, yes, obviously this person really, really feels like that. It's like their higher self just keeps trying to say like, I just don't know how to communicate with you. You're so beautiful. Oh my God. Like again, with the Sun, you've got the Hangman. So, it's someone that is trying to surrender. Like this person needs to surrender to the way that they actually feel, because they're just so in their head and they're so caught up about it, and they're just so like, oh my God, this person doesn't like me, that they're not even taking the time to ask you, do you like them? You know what I mean? Like they're just so hung up on what it could be, I feel like it's like one of those situations where it's easier to sit there and think and dream about you than it is to actually ask. Because if they ask and they get the response that they're sort of in the back of their minds thinking that they're going to get, which is a no, that sort of shatters their illusion and shatters their dreams more than it does to just sit there and think about it and dream about it. So, this person is definitely strung up in a moment of like just surrender, essentially. Like they're just like, what do I do? Lying there in bed wondering, can I reach out? Should I tell them how I feel? That's like that Saturn truth coming out again. I feel like this is like, there's a lot of this is about truth. Do I tell you how I actually feel, or do I just keep like allowing myself to hang from these rafters and sit there and sway in the wind and just think about all the things that could have been? It could be 21:11 on the clock. So, that's a synchronistic number. Fucking, they really are just sitting there like, wow, what the hell? What's the number on this? See how that's, you've got the 10 and the 11, 10, 1, 1. So that's 12, but I'm just really noticing the fact that it's 11 just when I saw on the clock 21:11. So like, yeah, this is definitely somebody just tripping balls about like, how the fuck can I come out? And you know, I feel like eventually they're going to come to an illumination. They're going to come to the realization that they have to do something. I'm really noticing the fact that like around his head is really illuminated. So, you know, he's thinking deeply. He's really thinking, or she, whoever it is, take gender aside. I can't help but say what I say. But yeah, they're just really, really deep in thought about, okay, well, how am I going to approach this situation? Because with all those pentacles coming out, like they're really, really attached to you and they really give a shit. But it's probably because they give a shit so much that they don't actually know how they're going to come forward. That's what they're trying to figure out right now. So, Nine of Pentacles, Spirit, can I please clarify Nine of Pentacles? Oh my god, guys, you're getting literally all these cards are just saying the same fucking thing. The Knight of Swords in reverse. So once again, the Knight of Swords is someone that's charging into battle. Look at how fast that horse is charging. Who is it, Monica? We all know what Monica's like. She's just like, oh, yes, go. I don't, like, it's making me think of, if you don't watch Friends, then ignore this, but for any of you guys that watch Friends, remember when Monica and Chandler start trying to adopt a child, and she just, like, when they first go to that chick's house, I just call her Cindy because she's from Scary Movie, but the chick that is the surrogate mother, and they lie about who they are. Like, it feels as though, like, you know, Monica would just say anything or do anything to get what she wants. And I feel like this person actually doesn't want to do that with you. They want to be honest, they want to tell the truth, but they're just really holding themselves back because they know that if they say the wrong thing, they might lose their chance with you, because it feels like you might have so many other options, like, or even that you don't need someone right now. Like, you are not you're not needing anyone. You're so fucking independent and so like courageous on your own that you don't need somebody else to come in and like save you or rescue you or anything like that. And this person really knows that. The Knight of Swords is the delayed energy once again. It's like they want to charge. Look at how fast they want to charge in towards you, but the fact is that they're not. They can't, because they don't want to make a silly decision. And like the whole time I was watching that episode when her and Chandler are in there, I'm just like, oh my god, Monica, shut up. Monica, stop. Like, don't say that. Oh, fuck. In the end, Chandler saves the day, thank goodness. But, you know, that feels like a battle between ego and higher self. Like, the ego wants to just charge up hard and just, like, say whatever it is that they need to say and just go for it and make you theirs. But the truth is, they know that they have to hold themselves back because they are in that hangman energy where they're trying to figure out, oh, okay, well, what is the next step that I need to actually make? And Hangman is a major arcana card, so it's a big deal. This is a big thing for this person, and I really feel like I feel like you know who this person is as well. To be honest, it feels like they're either a work friend, a family friend, or someone else from school, university, high school, you know, wherever. Take it where it is. So, Four of Pentacles, Spirit. Can I please get a clarifying card for the Four of Pentacles? Four of Pentacles. I only want one card. One card. They keep chucking me two. I know this person wants to talk, but they can't talk through me. They've got to talk fucking to you because they need to get some balls. Holy shit, now you have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So that's some pretty hectic shit. They literally feel as though you are off limits. That's what it is. It feels like you're off limits. Like, you are such a fertile, radiant, beautiful, just like alluring energy, and you just feel a little bit out of this person's league. So see how the King of Pentacles came out upright and the Queen of Pentacles came out in the reverse. So it's like one of you doesn't feel open to the other person. One of you isn't like committed. One of you doesn't know how to commit. And I feel like it's you, because you don't even know really how this person feels, because then they don't have the guts to fucking tell you. Not even that they don't have the guts. I don't want to say it like that. Like, that sounds really insensitive and dicky. But they just don't quite have the strength at the moment, I feel, to like, or it's not even that. It's that they're in a period of trying to figure out what the hell to do, what to say, how to move forward. You, like, the fact that it's the King and the Queen coming out, like, I always see both, like, kings and queens of the same suit coming out as divine counterparts. But when one comes out in the reverse, it's like one person is not in the relationship the same as the other person is. And that's because I feel like this relationship might be happening in this other person's head. it's not physical yet, and it's not grounded yet because you don't quite know what is going on. And I feel like, you know, you've been drawn to this reading, and you're here listening to this, and you know who I'm talking about because you've had an inkling, and you know, you've got a good sense of the fact that this person feels like this, but this is just literally confirmation that they do. So now I'm going to pull just a couple channeled messages because I can see that my camera is about to run out of battery, and I don't want to have to film the rest of your reading on my GoPro. So, some channeled messages for group 3, please, Spirit. What is this person thinking? What is this person thinking? One at a time, please. Just going to get 2 more. There's one. One more, please, Spirit. I feel like I can smell McDonald's. I can smell Macca's. So one of you guys might really like Macca's. Maybe you work at Macca's. I don't know, but I can smell Macca's chips. It's making me really, really want Macca's. And to be honest, I hate Macca's because I swear every single time I've been there in the past year, it has been awful. Absolutely awful. Okay. So bottom deck energy is I want to start a family with you. And that's interesting because the first group also got that as their bottom deck energy. So that's weird. But with those pentacles coming out as well, like pentacles are family vibes. That's like, you know, if that was both of them upright, I would say that you guys are married, or well, maybe you guys have been through a divorce because some of these are a little bit like this. So, you know, obviously, like I keep saying, put this where it fits in your life because this is a general reading. So put it where is appropriate. But first card that you have is, God damn it, guys, it did run out of battery. And this one's about to as well. Fucking cameras. So, where is... Great, now I've lost your channel message. Oh, here it is, okay. I can't stand the thought of not having you in my life. So, like I was saying this whole time, like this person really is attached to you. They really do care about you, and they really do want you to be a part of their life. Maybe it is that you are leaving school, or you're leaving work, or you're leaving for something else, or, you know, wherever, whatever it is, they really don't want to let you go, that's for sure. Next thing you have is, do you still think about me too? So this person is definitely wondering whether you think about them the same way. And that's pretty obvious throughout this entire reading. Like, they are just so on the fence about whether they should tell you how they feel because they're just not sure. They're wondering whether you think about them the same way, and they're, you know, if you did, I feel like they would just jump on that, jump straight to you and just be like, woohoo! Like, they would be so excited. And it was 1:11 on the clock just then at the same time. So that's like confirmation. And then the last one that you have is, I wish I could forget about you. So, you know, they know that they're not going to be able to. They know that you are, like I was saying throughout this entire reading, like your energy and your light is just so big and so vibrant, and this person knows that they're not going to be able to forget about you. And that's why I feel like they're spending so much time trying to like figure out what to say, how to say it, what to do, like how to come forward and actually tell you how they really truly feel, because this feels like a big, big deal for them. So I'm actually going to grab a card for advice for you and how you should proceed in this, because, you know, it's one thing to know how this person feels, but it's another thing to know, like, what do we do about it? So what does pile 2 need to do, or what advice do you have for pile 2? Spirit? All right, cool, wow. Okay, so you've got the 10 of Wands in the reverse there. I'm starting to think, like, some of you that have picked this pile, this literally could be like an ex-husband and ex-wife sort of vibe. With these last few cards, like, do you still think about me too? I wish I could forget about you. And the fact that the King and the Queen of the Pentacles came out with one of them in reverse. So for some of you, this definitely could be an ex-wife or an ex-husband. You might even have children with them. What Spirit's asking you to do is to release the burden and to not let it all like get to you too much. Yes, it's like pretty interesting that this person feels like this, and it's pretty like, you know, you might actually let it get to you a little bit much, get get to you a little bit, thinking that like you need to be responsible for helping this person or whatever it is. But the truth is, Spirit is telling you you don't. You need to drop the weight right now. You need to let it all go. Don't so much allow this person's energy and this person's vibe to get in your way at all, because like I was saying before, like you have got so you're just so magical and radiant, and you've got so much going on for yourself, and it's not really important so much. You know, this is how this person feels, but I think this reading is for you essentially, and what you do is the most important thing, and how you feel is the most important thing. So there might be a reason that all this is delayed, and it might be because you need to just learn to not care so much about how other people are feeling about you, and whether you need to like help them out or like, you know, show them. I don't know, I'm just sort of feeling like you don't need to hold on to this at all. Like it's not really for you to worry about. It's like, and I suppose I've said throughout this reading a lot, like they're a little intimidated by you, but let them be, because it's not your problem that someone else is intimidated by your energy. You are who you are, and I feel like you need to shine and radiate all that magic. Because yeah, wow, 4 of Wands. So, you know, focus on your home, focus on the things that make you happy, focus on the things that you have to celebrate, focus on your family, focus on your friends. This person, you know, they might come forward and give you a whole spiel and tell you how they feel, but in the end it's up to you, like with how you take that and where you go with it. So the 4 of Wands is sort of saying like, as long as you're focused primarily on what you want and what you need and what makes you happy and the family that you want to create, then that's sort of what's most important. You don't need to worry essentially too much about what this person wants. It's about worrying more so about you. We just got messages to find out who's thinking about you, so don't take it too seriously. You are allowed to not feel the same way, essentially. And if you do feel the same way, then that's fantastic, and you guys might actually, you know, once they can open up and express themselves a little bit, or maybe, no, we didn't get a card of you telling you to express yourself. So I feel as though you need to sort of just like wait and focus on what it is that you, what it is that you need, and your own sense of like home and accomplishment, and just, you know, receptivity to what it is that your heart is truly wanting, and not worrying about what this other person wants, because that's their mountain to climb, and that's their karma to deal with. So, you know, they need to sift and work through their own stuff before they can get to you, and if they miss their chance, then that's their problem, not yours. So that is what I have for you, group 2. I hope that this reading was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up if it resonated. Leave me a comment and let me know what's going on with you guys. If you want to book a personal reading with me, all of the information is in the description box below. And yeah, I am so thankful to you and your guides and this other person's guides, and for delivering these messages to us, and thank you for allowing me to read for you. I love you so much, and farewell. Bye. Hello Pile 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose this big, thick, lovely rose quartz crystal, then this is your reading. I will start off by saying I apologize for the lighting. It is now pretty much night time. I had to take a little break because my camera ran out of battery, and I needed to make some dunch, which is dinner and lunch mixed together, because it's an awkward time. So yeah, that's why I look a bit weird, because I've got to have my light on. So YOLO, we're here for the messages, not for me. So first up is, I'm getting the vibe, I feel as though your group who is thinking about you this actually feels like a significant other. It feels like somebody that you are already in a relationship with, or somebody that you've, yeah, literally this feels like somebody that you're actually already in a relationship with, or somebody that you're currently seeing, or like that you're spending time with. As I'm saying that, I do feel like there could be a handful of you guys where this is actually somebody that has passed, that is was you were in a relationship with. So that's obviously not going to be for many of you, but for a couple of you, I feel as though this might actually be someone that has passed. So straight away the vibe I was getting with you, even just listening to your song before, while I was shuffling your tarot cards, was that I feel as though this person, and the fact that you pulled, like you chose the massive rose quartz crystal, this is somebody that you have feelings with, and that you're currently, or that you were really quite involved with on, I feel like, a pretty deep emotional and probably romantic level. So the first card that you had out was Rising Above, Clarity, Freedom, and Solution. So, you know, that's giving me definitely those vibes where it's talking about someone that you are currently with, like romantically, or, you know, that you're involved with, or have been, you know, getting to know. But it feels as though you're actually having a little bit of a problem at the moment. So this person is definitely bringing to my attention the fact that there is some sort of conflict going on between you two. This could be just something simple like a little fight, a misunderstanding, just some sort of conflict going on between the two of you that is really wanting to be resolved by I feel like Spirit is actually the one that's really trying to like guide you guys on this path of resolution. It's probably why you found this reading. So this definitely feels as though someone that they want to find a solution with you. They might not be acting like it, but there's definitely like the hope for peace and like a sense of just clarity coming to the surface, and not feeling like things are so confusing and so stuck up in and going nowhere. It feels as though like it's somebody that really wants to shift things into a brand new direction and change things, and like acknowledge that there is still like this beautiful light and harmonious potential between the both of you. It's just that things have felt a little off, because the astrology card that you pulled alongside that was Grand Cross Provoker. So it feels as though this person has definitely provoked you, or vice versa. There's been some sort of conflict. Like I was saying, look at how red that card is. Like there is something that has happened between the two of you that has really pissed one or both of you off. And I feel like you're sort of in a little bit of a Mexican standoff sort of vibe right now. And you know, that type of energy where you're just so pissed off with someone, you live in the same house, but you know, you'll sit on the other end of the couch and just watch TV, and then you'll go to bed and good night, and then just lay down and roll over sort of energy. Like it just feels as though you guys are in a bit of a having a bit of a tiff at the moment, and this person is definitely bringing this to light. Like I feel they really don't want to be having this argument or this conflict, this problem with you. It just feels like they're a little bit stubborn at the moment in actually allowing themselves to maybe come forward and, you know, give you a sense of peace and tell you what the hell is going on, or like, you know, say everything that I'm saying, but like say it in person sort of vibe. Because next to that you actually have Scorpio, I transform. I'm pretty sure that Scorpio is fixed water. So, you know, that's what I was saying with that stubbornness. Like a Scorpio is, they may be a water sign, but they sure are not stubborn sort of thing. They are on the same axis as Taurus, and Taurus is literally the queen/king of being a stubborn bitch. Not like a bitch, but you know what I mean. Like it's like the bull that doesn't want to move. He's got his decision, and that's what it is. So with Scorpio, when I transform, there's definitely a layer of your relationship that is trying really, really hard to transform right now. And that's what Spirit is literally calling you both to acknowledge, that there is this problem and that it needs to be transformed, it needs to be dealt with. Scorpio is like the rising of the phoenix from the ashes. So whatever it is that has been a conflict is something that you can both grow from and become really, really like a power couple, essentially. Like you can become so powerful after problems and just going through big transformative painful periods. Like people like to think that, like, you know, I'm getting the make or break sort of energy where it's like this will make you or it'll break you, and Spirit's trying to push you guys on the path of making you. And this person is acknowledging that as well. Like their higher self is pretty much saying, like, I want to transform this relationship, I want to shift things, I want things to be a lot more harmonious, and I want a lot more clarity. They don't want things to be so dark and tumultuous and all over the place, because like these are two very red cards. There's a lot of like red hot fiery energy between you two, and I feel as though with that freedom rising above card with the dove, it's sort of like trying to instill a sense of calmness between you. Sorry guys, I got the hiccups. It's trying to like clear up and calm the situation down and bring forth like some sort of resolution, as if aside from just constantly provoking each other and like pushing each other's buttons further and further. Because, you know, as much as Scorpio is a beautiful sign of transformation and it's powerful and it's deep, it's also like a really dark and disturbing at times energy. It's like it rules the 8th house, and the 8th house essentially rules like the deepest depths of like, you know, death and rebirth and transformation, and you know, it's the bonds that we have with another person. So like what I was saying before with, I feel as though this is a relationship with somebody that you're already with. Scorpio rules what's it called, like inheritance, like what's the word I'm thinking of? It's like when you two people are sharing resources, sort of thing. Like it's like the sharing of resources between each other. And I feel as though something might have happened. You know, this could be literally about resources and you guys arguing and fighting over that sort of thing. But the fact that you have hidden path here at the end, which says the marriage of spirit and matter. The word marriage stood out to me straight away, and that's essentially like adds to this feeling of like you guys are a couple, you might be married, you might not be married, you might be thinking of getting married, you might be fighting over the fact that one of you wants to get married and the other one doesn't. That could be definitely something to do with this. But see how there's that big fiery sun and over there, and then there's this eye, and in the middle you've got the anchor of life, you know. There's so much life, and that's with that rising above card as well. Like there's so much life that it has the potential in this relationship, but I feel as though you need to move from this like fiery angry energy between the both of you into like seeing everything for how it is, and maybe even gaining a new perspective. So the marriage of spirit and matter. And look, I'm even drawn to the fact that down the bottom of this card is these roots that are intertwined with these love hearts there. So, you know, you guys are actually so intertwined with each other. You've got so much deep love, and it's like on the surface, up the top, it's like we're showing one side of each other. Like, ooh, I'm seeing this as like, this is you, like one of you, and this is the other one of you, and like you're trying to find a middle ground, and your relationship is asking for you guys to like find a middle ground and to transform through something so that you can literally grow something so much more beautiful. But under and you are currently acting as though, you know, you're facing this way and they're facing that way, and there's a bit of a stalemate. Whereas I feel as though spirit and your relationship and what you are both quietly wanting inside internally is the fact that you know you are so deeply connected with one another, and you don't want to lose this connection, and you really do love each other, and you really do have a deep soul care for this other person. And it's like, yeah, it just feels as though that might be a little hidden at the moment, because I feel like you are both sort of really focused on this conflict or what's going on externally within your relationship. It's causing quite a bit of strife, but at the same time, it's like seriously transforming everything. And I also just thought about the fact that Scorpio is like the scorpion. Look at that scorpion. Like one of you just keeps stinging the other, and it's come to a point where I feel like there is such a need for peace, and there's such a need for like calmer, sweeter. Oh, I just saw 11:11 on the clock, and there's 11 there. So, you know, angels are literally watching over your relationship, trying to bring peace into this, because you both know how much you love each other. You just really need to, what's the word? What am I looking for? Like, embrace each other's differences. And I feel like you need to embrace the difficulty that you're currently going through, because it's going to transform things in the end and send you in a whole new direction. Like, I feel like this scorpion is going to turn into like this, it's not a phoenix, obviously, it's a dove. But like it's going to turn into a phoenix and fly away and fly in a whole new direction, and you guys can do that together. And I feel like you both really want to do that together. And, you know, doves are also a symbol of purity. So there is such a pure innocence to this relationship. It just feels like you're both caught up on whatever it is that is causing this provoking. And to be honest, I don't really know. Maybe I should have a look in the book. Where is the book? Because I'm only learning astrology and I'm not super duper sure on the Grand Cross. And my nose is getting really itchy, so I think that I should definitely read a little bit from the book about this. So, Grand Cross Provoker. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. The Grand Cross is an area of tension in a chart, thus becoming a great catalyst for movement and change. A rare astrological configuration, the Grand Cross, also called the Grand Square, occurs when 4 planets form a perfect cross in the skies. These planets are around 90 degrees from each other, meaning there are 4 planetary squares 90 degrees apart and 2 planetary oppositions 180 degrees apart. Squares in the astrological chart cause tension and restriction. Oppositions as well are seldom soft aspects. They come with the pressure to grow and the will to exceed any limitations put in one's path, but the Grand Cross is the most rare and intense of all. In mythology, this alignment represents the 4 directions. The Grand Cross, also called the Cosmic Cross, is symbolic of the 4 seasons, equinoxes and solstices, as well as the cross-quarter days, indicating a period of time when your life may seem at cross purposes. Yeah, like, it feels like one of you wants to go one way and one of you wants to go the other, and you're trying to find like a balance between the two. Usually when a Grand Cross occurs, it indicates a crisis, yet through this calamity will be a painful process of growth, then renewal, and eventually a greater foundation for happiness and success. Strangely, it is almost as if the planetary energies are in competition with each other. What the hell was I just saying, guys? It's on point. I'm going to leave that bit there and then go down to the bottom bit because it's really long. When this card presents itself in a reading, it suggests there are multiple talents you are able to access, as well as numerous paths you can take. Focus and organisation are key. Unless this matter phases out, expect resistance, since opposition is the main energy field of the Grand Cross. Once on track, the momentum toward the attainment of what you desire will be impossible to stop. It mainly has to do with the shifting of energy and switching into gear. In regards to relationships or love, they will have a fated quality. You will not want to let go of a person no matter how hard it gets. There will be sacrifice and compromise with this relationship, and it will be one where you may want to bump your head against the many walls that seem to fly up out of nowhere. You are being challenged, and if you do not weather it out and see what the future brings, you will likely always regret letting this relationship go. Oh my god. Yeah. What is positive about the Grand Cross is you are becoming more realistic and focused. You won't be attracted by so much glitz and glitter, but looking more towards stability and long-lasting success. A good thing to remember is that it's best not to fight the hard lessons at this time. In fact, this is a period where you need to take stock of all that has brought you to this place. It is a time to draw upon your own strength. In doing so, you will move from uncertainty into a place of peace and contentment. Holy shit, guys. My nose was itching so badly that whole time. I just wanted to be like, still want to do it now. But wasn't that literally everything that we were just talking about? Like, I also wanted to mention one of you guys could be a Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node, even Mars, like have that in a major placement. So yeah, pretty much everything that we were just talking about, you guys are needing to come to like a balanced playing field. And like I was saying, neither one of you want to let go of this relationship. You have so much love for each other that it's just rooted underneath the surface of all these problems that you're currently going through. So please just trust that this is exactly where you need to be. You know, you, like that said, you will regret leaving this open-ended. I feel like you both will, and that's probably why this person's brought through exactly that. They want you to know that, like, this is so important. You know, your relationship with this person is a lot more important maybe than you guys have even realized, and sometimes it takes strife to realize that. Sometimes we don't realize what we have until it's gone, and you guys feel as though you're realizing before the person's gone, which is fantastic, but that doesn't mean it's not coming without like a great deal of stress. So I just want to acknowledge that I can definitely feel that you guys are going through. And the thing was, before I started reading for you guys, even while I was eating my lunch, like my dunch, I actually got a lot of anxiety come up, like serious anxiety. Like when I get anxiety, I find it hard to breathe. and I can't get enough air in. So I was just like, whoa, I feel as though there's something up with group 3 and there's some sort of anxiety. So I feel like this is what it's about. Now let's take a look at your tarot cards. Under Rising Above, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, I love the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. Look at how beautiful she is. So the message I'm getting from that is to stay committed, essentially. It's like the Queen of Pentacles is so committed to herself and her self-care and her family and just what it is that makes her feel safe, secure, nourished, fed, provided for, loved, abundant, fertile, you know. It's a sense of knowing that like you are so worthy and so deserving of something that feels so abundant and something that feels so just safe. Like this is giving me like a safe vibe. Like you are safe with this person, and the fact that it came out with Rising Above, you know, I feel as though Spirit is calling you both to understand that you are safe within this relationship. You're safe with this person. You don't need to worry so much. I mean, that's easy for me to say, but you know what I mean? Like sometimes we overstress ourselves with needing everything to be perfect and thinking that we need something else and we need more and more, but the truth is we actually don't, because I feel as though you're actually in a really stable position right now, or one of you is, and that could be what's causing so much strife, is that one of you feels a little less stable than the other. But you know, I feel like this is someone that really wants to commit and really wants to focus on their self-care, and loving each other is self-care. And I was listening to a tarot reading yesterday, actually, from Big Empress Energy, and she said something that I thought was really, really cool. So I'm going to quote her, and she said, "Love is a frequency. It's not a relationship." So I'm feeling like with this vibe, I'm just feeling that like you need to encompass love before you, like as a frequency, before you put yourself wholeheartedly into an actual person. So let's flip over the rest of your cards. Under Scorpio, I Transform, you have the Page of Cups in reverse. Under Grand Cross Provoker, oh my god, you have the Ten of Pentacles. So this could definitely have something to do with marriage, money, family, all that sort of stuff. I really feel like you guys are married. Or, you know, not everyone plans on getting married, so you know, you're just in a committed relationship. And then underneath Hidden Path we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So this is quite sorry guys, this is quite like a easy, like obvious message. So with the Page of Cups in reverse coming out under Scorpio, I Transform, it's like, feels like before maybe what has happened here, there was just like a bit of an airy fairy vibe around this. Like, see how that person's legs are up in the sky and his head is like down there? It's feeling as though you guys are needing, ooh, I just heard reality check. So, and even when I was reading that Grand Cross Provoker card, it feels like this period of chaos and crisis and whatever's going on within you is a reality check, and it's showing you where your commitment, where your heart truly lies, like where you're actually wanting to put your time and energy and heart and soul. So as much as this card is like can be like in the reverse and immature, sort of head in the clouds, I always think whenever I see this card, when pigs fly, because where is it? I'm sure there's a flying pig up there. So every time I say it, I just think, oh yeah, when pigs fucking fly. So, you know, I feel like your relationship up until now has never really been grounded. I don't want to say never. It's just that you went through a period, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that right now your relationship isn't feeling nearly as grounded as I think you would like. And that's that really watery energy again coming out underneath Scorpio. So one of you is definitely a water sign, I think. Or you guys are just heavily being influenced by like watery emotional energies right now. So I think someone's definitely been acting a little bit immature or just lashing out or just not quite being able to, I just heard act their age. So, you know, take what fits. And, you know, this could be you, this could be the other person, whatever. But there's definitely just some serious grounding that needs to happen. And that's, I think, why that Queen of Pentacles came out as well, because look how grounded she is. It's almost like what I was saying as well, one of you, you're not quite on the same page. Like one of you's up in the air and isn't quite grounded, and the other one of you is. Or, just the relationship itself needs grounding and needs commitment and needs proper time, care, love and nurturing, and it feels like that's just not really been a priority up until now, and I feel like that might be why this is all sort of coming into fruition, because you need to prioritize your needs and this other person's needs. And if you want to build a family together, and if you want to go create a legacy and create your future, then you really do need to ground with somebody, and you really do need to take things to the next level. And well, not even so much to the next level, but you just need to accept that maybe both of you do, or one of you does, and you need to talk about it and not sort of hide the way you're feeling. And because the Queen of Pentacles can also be a little bit reserved and just be like, see how her eyes are closed. She just doesn't even want to sort of look at anybody else and think, she's just not interested so much in what the other person has to say or think. She's just minding her own business and doing her own thing. So that's also giving me big Taurus vibes. So yeah, one of you might be a Taurus, one of you might be a Scorpio, I don't know. Or you could have North Node in Scorpio and South Node in Taurus, or North Node in Taurus and South Node in Scorpio. So anyway, yeah. When pigs fly, my friend, you guys really need to ground some stability. So 10 of Pentacles upright coming out underneath Grand Cross Provoker. This definitely just sort of reinstates to me that this is someone that you are quite committed with, that you do possibly have a family with, or you're thinking of having a family with, or this might not even be, if it's not a relationship between a significant other, this could actually be talking about your family in general. You could all be just having a big argument and fight right now and just have a lot going on, and really you need to use this energy to transform into something completely different. And that's why Scorpio is coming out. It's such a big heavy vibe here, is because you really, really need... I just keep looking at the bottom of this card and seeing how that I don't know what to call that God thing is. What is it? I don't know, it's like a dog god. I'm sorry, I'm butchering this, I really don't know, but it feels as though it's like... Oh, okay. I think that it's like one of the Pharaoh's assistants tending to his body after he has died, and he's going into the afterlife. So I just keep noticing the fact that he's got his hands on that person's heart. So there's a heart opening that needs to happen here, and a acceptance for love. And if this is a significant other, whether this is your actual family, there is definitely a lot of love and nurturing that is going on here, but it's like being hidden underneath all this conflict. But Spirit is once again trying to reinstate the fact that there is so much love, and the Ten of Pentacles also talks about like intergenerational wealth. It's like wealth that is worked on over a lifetime, and now there's so much of it that it's able to be left to the children and all that sort of stuff. So this also could have to do with money, with it coming out up with Provoker. Feels as though maybe one of you's lost a job, or one of you's making more money than the other, and the other person is feeling a little insignificant or less than, or just a bit upset about the fact that the other person is providing, and maybe the other person isn't quite able to do so in the same way at the moment. So put it where it fits, but it's definitely something to do with your family and marriage. And I'm really being drawn to the kids and the dog, and I just feel like there is so much potential here. And like what that card was saying, you will probably regret if you don't continue on trying to make this relationship work, because I feel like there is so much potential for your family and for a beautiful, bright future with your dog and family, and you can have some little kitties if that's what you want. There's just so much potential for you guys to do whatever it is that you really want to do and achieve together. But once again, there needs to be that commitment and that knowing and that trust in each other that you're both wanting to create the same thing, because there's no point trying to build something that you're not both, that you're not both actively engaged in, or that you're not both I don't know, the word's eluding me, so I'm just going to go with the, you know, you need to be on the same page, essentially. That's what I'm trying to say. In the last tarot card you have with Hidden Path, underneath Hidden Path is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So that's literally just saying that, like, at the moment it doesn't feel as though you're working together properly. And that's why, like, this person, as well as Spirit, is calling you towards this reading to say, hey, you know what? There is work that needs to be done here, and there is, like, commitment that needs to be had. And, you know, you see all these three people literally working on, my elbow, working on this beautiful big macrame wall hanging. Like, all three of them are doing it together. But when it's in reverse, it feels as though there's not really that sense of working together. It's being focused with your energy, not quite, you know, the energy is not quite focused on the two of you. It's focused on, I'm seeing it as though there's the two of you and then there's the fight in the middle. And the fight in the middle is sort of like breaking you up, and it's making you think elsewhere, or, you know, it's just not making you feel committed to the relationship the way you once were, or the way you're wanting to be, or anything like that. So the Three of Pentacles in reverse is asking you to have a little bit more faith and patience, and to work on this a little bit more, and to, like, open yourself up to having a bit more, what's the word, like, you know what I've noticed as well, with your reading, it's a little harder for me to articulate myself. So it feels like you're not able to articulate how you're truly feeling. One of you is not able to express themselves properly, and that's maybe why it just keeps coming out in fits and bursts of anger, because there's not really the right expression coming through. And it feels like you both want to work on it. Like, the Three of Pentacles is here, so there is the sense of you wanting to work on it. It's just the fact that you currently are not. So let's pull a couple of clarifying cards for the Queen of Pentacles, please. Knight of Wands. So this is someone that is really passionate, really excited, really, like, you know, they're probably really attractive. They're quite attracted to you. That's someone that's, like, got so much creativity and spark and zest within themselves, but it can also be someone that is just hot and cold and can't, like I've said a few times, with it coming out with the Queen of Pentacles, actually, that's really telling me that someone is definitely having problems committing in this relationship. And this definitely isn't for all of you, but for some of you at least out there, it feels like someone is having trouble with committing. And I don't know if someone wants to get married and the other person doesn't, or that's what the fight is, like someone doesn't believe in marriage. Camera always stops at 30 minutes. But yes, it's like someone doesn't quite believe in marriage, or the other person really does, and you guys can't quite make like a balanced, you know, come to an agreement about what each other wants. Because this person definitely feels as though, like, you know, they're hot and cold. They're one thought this 1 minute and they're another thought the next. So that really just confirms to me that one of you is definitely, like, there is a commitment issue here for sure. And that might be because of what is going on financially, or something that's sort of like the reason that you guys are having this argument. It's making one person feel like, oh, well, I'm not sure if I want to charge off somewhere else, or if I want to stay here and commit. So yeah, that's really interesting. Really interesting. Page of Cups. Ooh, shit. Wow, okay, Five of Swords. So yeah, that's like what I was talking about. Fighting, arguing, having arguments, back and forth. One of you feeling on top, the other person feeling like shit. Like, one of you guys just feel like there's so much conflict and there's so much back and forth, like, it feels hostile. Like, there's quite a bit of hostility between the two of you. And this person, it must be that I feel as though they really can't stop thinking about it. Like, this is so on their mind, and they might not even be telling you. I'm sort of looking at the fact that Phoebe's in the background there, sort of crying to herself. Like, she she is really hurting over this, but she might not actually show you. And this person in the front might be pretending that they're all good, but the fact is it's bothering them as well. So this is bothering you both, and it's really getting in the way. And Spirit's trying to help you guys transform this. Wow, and as I said that, I saw the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Which is all about like offering your cup of love, offering like a brand new beginning in love. Next card we have is the Tower in reverse underneath that Ten of Pentacles and Grand Cross Provoker. So this does feels like something might have happened financially that was really unexpected, and it's caused like a major upheaval between the two of you. It doesn't have to be financial. It could be something within the family. It could even be a loss. Like I said in the beginning of this, if this is not someone that's physically here, it might have even been that it's been extremely unexpected and painful to have lost this person. And if you are that person, then I am so sorry. I send you all my love and light. I really can't imagine a worse experience. I really don't. My heart goes out to you, and I just love you so much, and you guys are trying to tell you the exact same thing. Like, you are so loved and protected and honored in this life, and this person is coming through to literally say you are like, I still have so much love for you. I still have so much respect, and just like, you are still my person even if I'm not here. So obviously don't take that if it doesn't resonate, but for some of you that might very well be the case. So with this Tower in the reverse coming out, like, see how that lightning has just like struck that building? It's like, bam, holy shit, shit's happening. But at the same time, with it being in the reverse, I feel like it's saying that this has already happened. This is something that might have even happened a little while ago, and you're still sort of trying to move through the repercussions of exactly what that is. So it feels really intense. It feels really big, and the fact that the Tower is a major arcana card, like, it is something that is literally shaping the rest of your life in a way. And I don't want that to sound like just super duper like heavy, but it is just like, you know, when something happens, it's really unexpected and it puts us on a whole new trajectory, and it causes us to transform, which is exactly what your Scorpio card has been talking about this whole time. So it's the transformation that needs to happen. And the Tower card could be looked at as something that's really negative in the tarot, but at the same time, it can feel that way, definitely. Like, when you're in a Tower moment, it feels like absolute shit. But the truth is, the Tower will only be struck if it doesn't have it, and it will only crumble if it doesn't have a solid foundation to begin with. So the Tower will literally be struck by lightning and nothing, it will all crumble and will turn to shit. That's only because it didn't have a solid foundation to start with. So this is rebuilding your foundation. This is rebuilding your relationship with this person. And I'm just like, every time I look at the clock, I keep seeing like synchronistic numbers. That time it was 4:44. So that is literally the number of stable foundations and essentially just building. It reminds me of the root chakra and just, you know, our connection with earth and the material realm and building things and like creating something. So this is a big deal. And I feel like this person's really, really coming forward to say, like, they give a shit. Like, you both really do give a shit. And I'm even noticing how the windows in this building are cracked. So, you know, it's like, even though the building has just been struck by lightning and now it's on fire, the windows were already cracked. They were already falling apart. So something had to happen in order for you guys to see things in a different way. And you have, as I'm saying that, you have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, it's causing a lot of sleepless nights. It's causing a lot of anxiety. It might be hard for you or this other person to sleep because they're worried so much about this. And that's what I was saying before earlier with that anxiety. That's that confirmation. Before I even got into your group's energy, I literally felt anxious as fuck. Okay, wow. Wow, and I have to tell you this too. Judgment at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, this is your call to action. This is your call to creating this brand new beginning. It's the call to rebirth. In the traditional tarot, Rider-Waite tarot, there is usually a bunch of dead bodies resurrecting out of coffins as there is an angel standing there like sounding that bugle horn. And that is a symbol essentially of the fact that, you know, there is a second chance, there is a rebirth, there is a brand new beginning after all of this chaos and all of this crumbling and all of this essentially crap. Wow. And underneath that, I just had to have a look. You have death in the reverse, which is the card of Scorpio. So that's Scorpio vibes once again, which is all of that death and rebirth and transformation and beginning again. The fact that it's in the reverse is once again saying that there is some resistance going on between the two of you about this, and that you really need to work through it, because you're literally being called to work through things in a different way. And the fact that you got the Knight of Pentacles underneath the Three of Pentacles in reverse, this means that it's going to be long, it's going to take a little while, it's going to require effort, it's going to require you making plans and sitting down and talking and, you know, going through the mundane little things every day that are eventually going to take you guys into a brand new direction. Because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. However, he is the only knight that truly makes it to his destination, because he's meticulous. He takes the time to dot his I's and cross his T's. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are being asked to slow things. I feel like this has all happened to slow you guys down so that you can build a much more stable foundation, because the Knight of Pentacles, he is the knight before he becomes the king. And the King of Pentacles is literally, you know, he's got it built. He's got his stable foundation. And you already had the Queen of Pentacles come up before too, which means like there is that stable foundation and there is that commitment and there is that potential for everything working out and being super duper committed and everything that you've been hoping for. But it's just that you have got to put in the time, and you've got to put in the work, and you've got to put in the effort. And I'm really being drawn to the fact that there's all this yellow behind the horse. And so that feels like confidence. Like there needs to be confidence in this relationship and where it's going, and that you can talk to each other and open up to each other and like essentially, you know, tell one another what it is you're trying to build and what you're trying to create, because I feel like you're both trying to go towards the same thing. It's just at the moment you're going through major transformations. So this is getting very long, your reading. So I'm going to just pull a couple of channeled messages and then I'll get a bit of advice for you, and then we'll be out of here. Because I don't mean for these readings to be so long, but Spirit just wants to talk. Well, this person wants to talk, because I feel like you guys are arguing and they're just like, come on, listen. Well, their higher self anyway. One card, please, Spirit. I don't want 20 million. One at a time. Who is thinking about them? What do they need to say? That's funny. Like, every group has got something from the previous group. Another one? Oh, I'm just going to take both of those. Okay, bottom deck energy is, I think you're my twin. So you guys might be what they call the twin flames. Now, if you don't subscribe to that, then, you know, whatever. I don't really know how I truly feel about it. I feel like it's a bit, yeah. But essentially, it's just, this person definitely feels as though you are very, very important. But you know, when there is a twin flame relationship, there's always some element of it that's really toxic, and that's what needs to be transformed here. Oh wow. Okay, so the first card that you have is, I can't stand the thought of not having you in my life. So, you know, exactly. They really do want to keep you in their life, and even though they may not act like it physically, they really, really do want to have you in their life. They can't stand the thought of you not being in their life. You are my best friend. You're this person's best friend, and I feel as though this person's your best friend, and that you're just sort of at odds with one another at the moment, and that's where this is sort of feeling so conflicted, because you both actually really genuinely love and care for each other, but you are focusing on... Damn it, I lost it. Pause.
I'm sorry.
You totally distracted me then. I'm going to leave that because I just got totally distracted. That might be it. You guys are both totally distracted with all this pain and all this shit that's going on, that you are not focusing on each other in your relationship. Last one is, you are my queen. So that's the second one. First one is, you are my best friend. Second one is, you are my queen. Like this person really sees you as their queen. Look at how beautiful you are to them. You're someone that they really can see themselves building a family with and having a solid relationship with and just growing old and all that sort of stuff. So that is really, really beautiful. Now I'm just going to pull your final advice card. What is the advice for group 3 and the person that is thinking about them in spirit? I just want one card. What is the advice you would have for group 3 and the person that they're thinking about? Okay, 10 of Swords. Wow. With the 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Now, I can't ignore that. So your advice is to just, no matter what you do, don't go behind their back. Don't be sneaky. Don't, this is literally 2 cards of sneaking around and just like being shady. So see how this person, Monica is standing there with a freaking sword, all these swords behind her back, pretending that she's super stoked on Chandler. And the truth is, she's hiding all those swords behind her back. So, there's something going on. And the 7 of Swords is literally someone being sneaky. So the Spirit is literally saying, and I didn't want to bring it up when that 3 of Pentacles came out, because I thought, no, I don't so much want to, but 3 of Pentacles in a relationship reading can definitely always bring up third parties. So I feel as though, because this is your advice, this is more so not that this person is going through that. I feel like it's you being on the fence about whether you actually want to commit because of all this trauma and pain that's going on and all this intensity that is existing between the 2 of you. Don't be sneaky. Be honest, be truthful. I'm sorry guys, I just got so distracted. My partner is just walking around and I just can't focus as soon as I see someone sneaking the fuck around. So, it's annoying. Don't be sneaky. I'm going to pull another card because that's a pretty intense message. Take it if it resonates, obviously. Leave it if it doesn't. The 10 of Swords can also talk about the end of a really painful cycle. So that's not what it's showing me there. I just feel as though, you guys have a lot of love and respect for each other. Just be honest. Yeah, the 7 of Wands. I think you need to not listen to the opinions of other people so much and not pay so much attention to what everybody around you is saying, or this is for you to decide, no one else. Put yourself in a bubble, meditate, take care of yourself. You don't need to fight everybody. You don't need to fight this person, and you don't need to fight yourself first and foremost. That's 2 sevens. 7-7. Big changes are coming. They're definitely happening, but you need to be open to moving through them with a little bit more grace and a little bit more love and care and intention. So that is what I have for you, my beautiful pile 3s. I hope that... Fucking focus. So I hope that this reading was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments down below what's going on with you. If this resonated, give this video a thumbs up, because it's really supportive. And yeah, subscribe to my tube. I have videos coming out every single week. And yeah, if you want to book a personal reading with me, all the information will be down below. And I will see you in the next reading. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I love you. Bye.